I don't really know how to say this, but
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
I failed. I failed not only myself, but those around me, those associated, shoot, even my family, my close friends who support me through all this stuff. Sorry to explain this, I really am. But in all honesty, today I'm just going to talk about how to become a YouTuber, and rather how I failed and what I could do in the future to sort of learn from it. First off, I guess rather than just talk about what not to do, sort of what you can do with these 3 things to become a YouTuber. So first, I would say is to grow a following. You have to sort of establish a following. On these other videos I've done on this channel with T-Goose, at one point I posted 9 days in a row. It was just like a bunch of random stuff in a way, sort of, but like it was me filling in content that I filmed previously, like going to see Mac McClung play. And then of course, just whatever daily stuff I could to keep that formula going. Well, instead of gaining subscribers every day, I didn't gain any. To sort of make that worth it, posting every day, you have to have that following at first. If you see what Cassidy Campbell is doing right now, he's posting nearly every day, and his subscribers keep growing up each and every day. And on my main channel, InTheGymHoops 2.0, or rather at least the channel that I get sort of paid from on YouTube, I definitely gain subscribers when I post every day, but also too, going back to the establish a following, when I post meaningful content like these days in the life, I gain a ton more subscribers for that than just posting some crazy highlights from whatever game I covered. I do notice though a big uptick in subscribers when I post every day. During the summer, I posted like 6 videos in 3 days or something like that at one point when I went to Milwaukee, and the viewership would slowly go up, but also I would gain subscribers. I couldn't keep that up consistently just because I don't film basketball every day. There's not like games worth filming every day, so to say, that I can in my position anyway. So that's just not something doable. You can on like a basketball channel, me personally. There is a channel that posts highlights every day. Rather, it's highlights from a month ago, 2 months ago, or even yesterday. They post consistently, and that formula on YouTube sort of has benefited for them, but they don't always get the same amount of viewer count just because the highlights when they post them aren't newsworthy. The more recent you post them to the conclusion of the game, generally the more views they're gonna get, with the exception being like the thumbnail or the title as well. So first off, you establish your audience. And second off, you want to establish the content, which I just spoke on. With YouTube, when I'm watching these videos like how to become a YouTuber, they say how to really grow your subscriber count. You really have to have a sort of consistent content. There's someone I went to school with who hasn't done video nearly as long as me, but he's gotten way more subscribers because he has a consistent content that he's posting. In basketball, you can't do that every day, but the big thing that Overtime is doing to change the game is they're posting highlights in addition to a bunch of all access type stuff, these lie detectors and all that, and like the content is very creative and it's allowing for them to grow very rapidly because they're posting great content every day, but then again, they have more than one person working on their content. So doing this by yourself is definitely hard in itself. You have your audience grown and you have a consistent type of content you're gonna post. The reason why this channel probably isn't gonna grow because this is more of a lifestyle, I sort of call it. I have stuff on how to make certain types of food, like how to cook chicken. It's like basic, but I think it's definitely something else to help you out if you're at college or something like that. And also just me just going around and showing the behind the scenes stuff that goes into me traveling all across to cover these different players. So we have that. And then the third thing is posting consistently. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when you post consistently, it only matters if you have an audience. When I have 6,000 plus subscribers on InTheGymHoops 2.0, it's definitely worth it because you get the uptick in viewership generally and also in subscribers. Now, if you consistently post bad content, it's not gonna work, but with YouTube's formula, how it's been going, unless it's changed within like the last couple months or so, I've seen with that one basketball account, if you post every day, you're gonna gain more and more subscribers every day because it's somewhere that they can go to watch content. Now, consistently doesn't always mean every day. If you look at Love, Live, Serve, they post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they said. They've done that pretty consistently for the past couple years, I would say they've done it probably 75 to 90% of the time. You know, it's something that viewers have something to look forward to. Now recently they haven't been able to just because of school and vacation where they've been going. You see how they post consistently versus Nelk. Nelk, at one point they had more subscribers, but because Love Live Serve was always consistent in their content, they surpassed them easily now, and they're at 3 million on their way to 4 million. So that's just cool to see how they improve with that. Now, where did I fail? Let's take a look into that. YouTube isn't something where you can drop everything and instantly make money from it. You have to have an audience. Now, I just created InTheGymHoops a year and a half ago, and I thought after a year being on there and having all the subscriber count or whatever I had, that I'd be able to do it full time. Well, you can post content every day, but the only thing is, are people going to want to watch it? When I posted a bunch of Oak Hill stuff, a lot of people started to watch it at the end there. All the way from the first video I did, which was like the #1 team in the nation, question mark, all the way to Kentucky commit gets called a bum. Now, a lot of that stuff relies on what's going on in the game and around the game to sort of add to the title, add to that clickbaitness, which is always big in itself. When you see these bigger YouTube stars that have crazy titles like "What happened?" or like "I got killed or shot" or something like that, right? Then they have like a bunch of blood in the thumbnail. Those don't always do great, but that's like one of those clickbait things that makes you want to click and see what happened to this person, because once they establish a following, they know that people care about them. Again, going back to where I was with InTheGymHoops 2.0, I thought I could do it full time once I finished up my job in Greensboro back in June. The very first thing I did when I was on my own, to say, was the NEO Youth Elite Camp in Northeast Ohio in the suburb of Cleveland there. And it was like a fun event and all that stuff, and we had great opportunities to put out videos and whatnot, and I did. But it wasn't something where it would last a while, because it's always what's on to the next one. And so the day after I finished it, I went to Huntington Prep to film a day in the life with Jamin Brakefield. Now, ironically enough, I didn't post that until about a few days ago. So it's 3 months after it happened, just about, and it finally gets posted, and it's done pretty well. Right away, I sort of wasn't posting consistently enough. But once July came around, I knew that's when a lot more stuff was going on. And I got the chance to post all these game highlights. I was the first one at the NY to LA Summer Jam, and that was a great and all, but again, I didn't have more stuff to post. I would slowly start to post these season highlight mixes, or at least the AAU highlight mixes of these players, and they didn't do the greatest, but it was still just me posting. So where did I go wrong? Another part is also I didn't post consistent enough too. Sometimes I just overthink it. But 2, the environment matters as well. When I posted those 9 videos in a row, when I was at Greensboro, I was finishing up my lease in my apartment, I didn't have any other distractions. I just had to worry about myself there and what I was going to do. And so I moved back home and I thought, all right, I can go here, 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 and I'll be able to film this and that and put it up, and it'll be up right away. So if you've seen on InTheGymHoops 2.0 what I've been able to post, I'm trying to do these vlogs, so to say, and they're not very consistent in terms of when I'm posting them. I went to a point where it's been like once a week. It just hasn't necessarily caught on like these other videos have. It's sort of a newer concept. And so I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to me not posting enough. I still have a lot of stuff I can post, but living at home, I have to honor what my parents need me to do and what I need to do around me. Because once you come home, then that's when your friends from school and that you grew up with, they want to hit you up all of a sudden and hang out. And so you got to make room for that. And so I've tried waking up at 5 a.m. and doing all this stuff. I've done that twice only twice. And it's been beneficial, but I haven't been able to do it consistently enough and establish a consistent routine. So when you live by yourself, you can work on your own time. It's not like you have to do the dishes right away. You can wait until you have time to do it. So I would wait until like I'm rendering a video or exporting a video, because then you have an extended period of time, anywhere from like 30 minutes to 2 hours plus. And so you can do all that stuff within that time. The big thing is just, you know, going back to the rules that you have to abide by. If you really want to achieve at what you do, especially with YouTube, it's working well beyond a 9 to 5. You know, maybe it's working like 8 to 8, you know, something like that. And the only way it's gonna grow is if you are consistent enough with it and provide content that people want to see. And so this whole part, or this whole video rather, is about how to become a YouTuber, also explaining why I failed. Is this something I'm gonna give up on? Not necessarily. I'm still gonna try to post content, but it's not my main job. It's not my main source of income because it's not something where I can move and fend for myself because I have to worry about what I want to do beyond all this stuff. Looking at my career 5-10 years down the road, and people always talk about how YouTube might die down, and I'm not gonna bank on this. And just closing up too, when people are a YouTuber and they really are successful, it's because they have something else to fall back on. Whether it's merchandise or opportunities in acting or something. Once you sort of build your brand, that's what YouTube's all about, basically, just building your brand. And when you have a strong enough brand, a strong enough following, people are gonna give you money to work for their organization, to work for their group, because they know that you're gonna bring eyes. And that's what it's all about, having people watch your stuff, having people buy the products, sell ad time. And so at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You gotta build an audience. I didn't do that on here, but I sort of did it on InTheGymHoops. I'm at like 7,200 subscribers now. It's not enough to do it full time. Number two, you have to establish a type of content, which I do in InTheGymHoops 2.0, but basketball isn't super popular. What is though, what makes these basketball YouTubers succeed is when they post about video games, because everybody likes to watch people play video games now apparently. And number three, and the final part, is posting consistently. Rather, if it's every day, every other day, every Friday, every Monday, whatever it is, you establish a time where people can go and check out your channel because they know a new video is going to come out. That's all it is. I failed being a YouTuber. I don't really see myself trying to do it again in the future, but it's definitely something I can do to post my work on the side and do a little side hustle, if you will. And that's it. Thanks for watching.
What's up, guys? Repping Michigan out here. Finally gonna hit the road. 249.
Clone got the dub out here, man. And Gate City got the redemption.
Oh man, just look at this.
Great, we're on the disabled list right now, but we'll be back.
This is the last time where I'm gonna have to hurry my butt back for class, possibly try to sneak by security.